Yeah, but you can't wait because he may not show up.
Oh, that's right. We can't wait, everybody. If Jean, not John, Jean Henderson Pierre wants to join, he has the link from Mobile, Alabama. But this is Thomas Meadow 75 channel YouTube, Massachusetts Beer Review channel YouTube. Again, Thomas Meadow 75. I'm with a host of people, not the normal crew of all, but these are people that do join from time to time. Jay Terrio, you all know him, Louisiana Beer Review. We got Ron S. and we got Alex the Beer Master. I don't know why I can't think of that. We got that New Jersey area representing. And again, Massachusetts. Today is Wild Card Wednesday, so yeah, Wild Card. We're going to review our beers. We're going to talk about some beer, maybe different things in the beer news, different things going on, and yeah, keep it nice and light and casual and fun. So yeah, I'll start with Alex, the Beer Master, left to right on my screen. What are you drinking this evening, good sir?
I am drinking Narragansett.
Wow. Right in my neck of the woods. All right, sweet. And have you had the Narragansett before?
I've had the coffee stout, but not this one. This is the first time I've actually opened it.
Okay, I'm gonna be looking forward to hearing about that in a minute. But Ron Terrio, Louisiana Beer Reviews, Jay Terrio, which beer do you have this evening?
I have Michelob Amber Bock.
And I assume you've had that numerous times, correct?
Yes, in the last 23 years, I've had it many times.
Okay. Well, once again, looking forward to hearing about the Michelob Amber Bock tonight. Ronnie S. is in the building.
That's me.
Beer are you enjoying this evening?
I got a Modelo Negra, 24-ounce can.
And you say you have not tried that beer?
I've never tried this. I've heard many good things about it, so I'm looking forward.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I'm a big fan of the Modelo Especial.
Yeah, man, I wish I could get a big can like that here. We've never got.
Where do you get the 6-packs?
We only get the 12-ounce bottles here.
Yeah.
12-ounce bottles here, yeah.
Excellent. Looking again forward to hearing about that. This is one I don't think that I've ever had before. I've been to this brewery, which has a location out in San Francisco, California. I went there before the Giants game last year at AT&T Park. It's maybe a block or two from where that stadium is. 21st Amendment Brewery. They're actually doing a lot of brewing out of San Leonardo, California, if I'm even pronouncing that right, which I'm not. This is their Spark Ale. It's a sparkling rosé ale with apple, cranberry, peach, and cherry. 5.5% according to Beer Advocate. This is a Belgian Saison, so that is a lot of stuff right there. All right. So I do want to go to Alex, the Beer Master. He's got a beer. He's got that Narragansett lager, and I want to hear what his thoughts and impressions are of said beer.
There he goes.
He's already drinking. He's already moving.
Very, very sweet. Not as malty because it's been a couple months, but it's very good.
Well, describe what you mean by it's been a couple of months.
What I'm saying is I got this during Christmas.
Holy
These
crap.
beers I've been trying with you guys is from Christmas time.
Okay. John H. Yeah.
Hey, Alex, can you see the date on the can?
Good evening, everybody. Just did a nice little walk, ready for a nice beer. On location.
We got Alex the Beer Master. He's strangely enough talking about Narragansett Lager right now. And Alex, tell us the date if you find one there, or if you can interpret it if it's not easy to read.
I can't understand this. I think it's a little rubbed off a little bit. Something 1803. I don't know.
Hopefully that's not March of 2018.
Huh?
So hopefully that's not March 2018.
It might be. You got it in Christmas time.
But you but you finished telling us about what you think of that flavor, what you think about the beer in general. If there's anything else you can let the good viewers know about.
It's just a little sweet. It's very. I think it's a little very tasty. I would get it again. And it actually, when it goes down, I feel a little bit of warmness, like a little heartburn.
Okay.
But
Got
that doesn't. It's bad. It's just warm, meaning it's warming in the stomach.
It's doing it 5% alcohol thing. Okay. All right.
I don't know. Yeah, it is 5%. Yeah, you're right. It is.
We got Craig Swenson in chat. He's saying that we can still get Amber Bock in Central New Hampshire, but sadly cannot find Michelob Lager. Of course, the Ultra, but I don't care about that. The light is hard to find as well. Y'all know what I mean. Yes, I know what you mean. That lager, that Michelob Lager and the Michelob Light, not the Ultra, seem to be a little bit harder to find than.
I mean, it's basically Ultra. Basically, has kicked the lager, the Amber Bock, and the light basically as non-existent now. I mean, that's all you see when you go to any store. If you're lucky to get Michelob Light or lager.
Yeah,
I mean, savor it while you can.
I got that gold one.
Eric, you want me to describe mine?
Sure. Since we're on the topic of, I'm just going to mute some background noise. Since we're on the topic of the Michelob beers, Jay Terrio has the Michelob Amber Bock this evening.
Yes, this was introduced in 1995. They use 3 types of malts, including, it's 5.1% alcohol now. It varies. Over the years, it was 4.9, then it was 5, 5.2, 5. Right now, it's 5.1, and it's 19 IBUs. They use dark roasted barley malt, caramel, specialty malt, Hallertau hops, Strisel spalt hops, and corn. 19 IBUs. All right. It says serve in a tulip glass. Okay. I don't have a nice one like that yet, but oh, look at that smoke.
Does it say that on the bottle?
It says it on the website.
Gotcha.
On the Michelob.com website, it says ideally you should serve it in a tulip glass. Well, this is a very good website because it's got like a whole tutorial about how to pour beer. How to drink.
Flacco beer reviews.
Hey, Flaco.
We are talking about Michelob Amber Bock from Jay Terrio, Louisiana Beer Reviews channel.
And so
How you doing, Flacco?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, Flacco. And
How's it going?
you can see the head is not too thick, and it is amber, right? Can you see the amber note? Bubbly amber.
Notes the amber grain waves.
Yeah, amber waves green.
There we go. Thank you. Oh, I'm a bad American.
And yours has no head or lacing. The aroma, real fast. I'll go fast. The aroma. Who else in this group of illustrious industrial fanatics has had Amber Bock?
I have.
Many moons ago, but yes.
Okay.
Never had it.
Flacco, you've had it.
To try it.
I've had it.
And Ronnie, you've had it?
No, I haven't.
And Flacco gets the Ziegenbach, which I
Hey,
can
I
find.
can imagine that. Yep.
And that's only sold in Texas, right?
Yeah,
Well,
I got the Ziegenbach, yo.
And Louisiana.
Strangely enough.
Here's the original. Okay, here's the original Amber Bock bottle, by the way.
There,
Oh,
right?
cool. It doesn't look like a Michelob bottle.
It's from 1996.
Wow.
About I was going to say, I was doing a job about maybe 3 weeks ago, a festival. I was picking up some chairs and a couple of tents, and they had the local distributor, Budweiser. It's called BBD, Budweiser Busch Distributors, whatever. Anyway, they were distributing beer, just during this festival, pouring beer, selling beers for like with $4. They had the usual Bud Light, Budweiser, and they had Amber Bock on draft.
Wow.
Yeah,
Even
I
more
didn't get a
rare
chance to sample it. I was at work, so I couldn't sample some beer. But Amber Bock is a very delicious beer.
You go
Yeah,
ahead
so-
and sample that beer, JW.
The flavor real fast. And John's right. I'd love to try draft. It's malty. Think of brown bread crust. Think of a little sweetness. Hop bitterness. Oh, it's not really hoppy. Light, low medium. The body's low medium. The finish is crisp, clean, refreshing, and enjoyable. So if you're not used to dark beers or you've never tried one, this would be a good one to start with because it's not going to come across too strong and chase you away, you know. So this is
How
what
dark is that?
it's
On the
Yeah,
amber side.
amberish, yeah.
they had the scale on the website. Let me see. Let me see if I can bring the website back up with Michelob Amber Bock.
Wait, what's the SRM go? No, I don't even know that.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on there.
Oh, maybe they even say that.
Give it a second. They have a scale. The SRM is, well, there's 5 components: yellow, darker yellow, tan, then brown, and then the really dark mahogany. So they're showing it as the brown. That would be like 4 out of 5. However that translates. It's the second to darkest. You see what I'm saying? They don't give a number.
Dark Anheuser-Busch beers.
Probably probably true. Yeah.
Are we
Probably won't.
echoing, Alex? I have to mute you again.
It's probably me.
Yep.
I'm on.
I don't think it's. I think it's Alex, the beer master's end, but that is not me getting angry at Alex, by the way.
Just be ruthless.
Don't kick anybody off.
Everybody off. No way.
I'm always ruthless about Echo. Me and Eric, we're like, we just are fanatics about Echoes. All right, I'm like Rush. I'll check for Echo. All right, go.
For it. How does that thing taste? What can you say about the Amber Bock and its unique flavor?
Oh no, I already gave it 2 thumbs up. I'm like saying yay, and I'm waiting for Ronnie to start talking about his dark
All
beer.
right.
Before we get to Ronnie, I do want to hear
Hey.
what Jean H. Pierre is drinking this evening, and I do want to hear about what Flacco's beer is this evening.
Good evening, fellows, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. I am drinking Sam Adams Boston Lager,
Oh,
5% ABV. I really enjoyed this beer a lot. Trying to recall, we were talking about beers on draft, and I'm trying to recall the last time I had Sam Adams on draft is almost about maybe 8 years ago. So it's been a while, but anyway, a nice, crisp, refreshing beer. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the commercials. They've been really promoting Jim Cook traveling overseas, looking for hops, searching for the best hops, going here, going there, like some, he's looking for I'm looking for the gold. I'm looking for somewhere to find gold.
Commercials.
Yeah. So, but anyway, 5% ABV, nice crisp caramel, very sort of a sweet, nice, refreshing Vienna lager. So, nothing wrong with it. I could not find the board on date on it. I know it says on the side, but I'm thinking. Let me see. It usually have it marked. So
it should say
it looks
by a certain month.
Yeah, that'll give you a good idea. We have the best by date.
right. I'm looking at. Looks like says April about sometime early April 2019. So we're
Drink it now, everybody. You have that.
maybe a couple of days old.
We're in the latter half of April, as you mean.
All right. Well,
Nice.
2
excellent.
thumbs up for the Boston Lager.
Great. We'll get back to you for an actual number later on if you want. Flacco's here. Flacco beer review.
I am. What's up, guys? I am drinking on the Karbach Brewing Company
Ooh.
Hella Chela.
I never had
It is a spicy cerveza. It's 5% alcohol by volume, 13 on the IBUs.
Ooh.
It's supposed to be a citrusy, I guess citrusy kind of spicy thing here. I don't know if we're gonna go. Are we going to the flavors right now or?
Whatever you want. If you want to talk about that.
All right, yeah. I mean, it tastes to me. It tastes like a.
Don't forget about Ronnie.
It tastes like a perfectly blended chelada. As if anybody's ever had a chelada where they take like the clamato, the tomato juice, pour it in a Mexican cerveza, and put some hot sauce in it with some peppers. This is what it tastes like. It tastes like the perfect amount, but it also has like a hint of orange. Like if they squeeze some fresh orange in there, it's pretty good, man. But it is a little spicy. It definitely opens you up, for sure, man. Opens the nose up a little bit. Yeah.
Sounds really good.
Would this be considered, Flacco? Would this be considered like a Bloody Mary in a can?
I don't know. You know, that's what I was thinking myself. I was thinking it would be a chelada, but they're just calling it a spicy cerveza because it doesn't have the tomato in it like a traditional Bloody Mary, but it does have that spicy kick that reminds you of having one. You know?
Nice.
Yeah, I like those cheladas, Flacco.
Oh yeah, man. With some fajitas or something, man.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
You know it.
All right.
We want Ronnie. We want Ronnie.
We do. We want to go to more Mexican themed beers with Ronnie.
Okay.
That Modelo. You got the
Modelo. I
Modelo.
look for the on the bottom. I don't really understand what it says. Shout out to Flacco. He sent me this glass. I'm gonna be pouring it.
Cool. That's cool.
You got some family matters running around, so I'll leave you to full-fledged audio on Ronnie's end.
All right.
Hello, Jean H. Henderson Pierre.
Hello.
What's up, John Henderson Pierre?
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
All right.
So it's pretty dark. Not very dark.
No.
I don't know how to describe the smell. To tell you the truth, it's not that strong.
I've got barbecue smoke coming into my room from next door.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, except I can't eat it. That's the. Hey, sorry, Ronnie. I just had to.
The taste.
All right,
The taste.
Here's the one I asked.
I guess it's pretty sweet, as Alex says. It's definitely different than the Especial. I don't think I've ever had a style like this.
Yeah, it's great. We love that beer. My friend David and I, we just like fanatics about that beer.
What
think
beer
it's
you
a little
drinking,
sweet?
Ronnie? What beer you drinking, Ronnie?
Modelo Negro.
Negro.
Oh yes.
Okay, yeah.
I've never
yeah.
had it before, so it's my first time.
Very good. Very good one.
Would you say it's pretty sweet, Ron?
Yeah, it's sweet. It's got body, but not too much body.
Yeah.
A little roastiness, but not too much. It's like all perfectly balanced. And
It
it's
is,
been
yep,
on-
a bit roasty, but nothing too overwhelming.
It's 5.4 now. So if you drink
Mhm.
that old 24 ounce, you're gonna know you drank some beer. And
And it's easy going down too.
oh yeah.
Very sessionable.
And man, I can get a 12 pack of that for $14.50 at Walmart. It's a jewel, but I can't get the cans. You know, I've never seen cans. I do a can video so quick.
I mostly see the bottles. And by the way, that Negro Modelo will go great with steak fajitas.
Oh,
He was talking about that. Yeah.
Yep.
Amen.
We're talking about.
I got this 24-ounce can for about like $3.50.
Yeah, they tend to be a little pricey, but they're so popular they can charge it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, man. Everybody likes those Modelo Negatives, man. They're so good.
Real good.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know why I never decided to try it. I guess I just didn't know how it would taste.
Been on the market for 89 years.
so you're liking on that beer pretty good so far.
Yep.
All right. You know, we got Arkansas. We got Arkansas in the building with Jeremy Vinson. Hello.
Good evening, Jeremy. Good
I
evening,
got to
Jeremy.
make it. I got to make it. Didn't think I was gonna get to it. I've got the sweet
Ooh.
Sweetwater
Look.
G13 IPA, 420 strain, which you know what that means.
You're drinking marijuana. Yeah.
Time to smoke.
Yep. So it's a hazy IPA, and you can tell it's very hazy.
Yup.
And a lot of head on this one, big time. Let's go for the aroma here, because I'm gonna try to speed it up today. Let's see. All right, got that nice hemp smell in there, I guess. Like grapefruit. If you like grapefruit, it's still in there. And get a lot of lemon, tropical fruit smell. And that's about all I smell on this. Taste test. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Here, with it. Look at Eric. Hey, I think Gabe would say, if Gabe was here, he'd say this.
Oh, Gabe, where you at?
You know how Gabe used to make those crazy faces.
How does hemp beer taste?
I've tried have you ever heard of Hemp Tails? The
No.
malt liquor?
No.
That tastes like weed. All right.
I've heard of the Hemperor.
Hey,
No, this is called Hemp
That
Tails.
was pretty good. That was pretty good, the Emperor.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
The Hemp Tails is actually better than this to me, but it's not too much better. But this is a good one. This is a good one.
I didn't like it.
It's definitely got a New England IPA style, but yeah, I'm with you. It doesn't really mix very well with it. It's not my favorite one for sure. Of the ones I've tried.
Yeah, I thought that some of the other ones were much nicer. There was something about that 420 that was like off. It was like kind of like every sip was worse than the previous sip. By the time
That's
I got,
what I'm getting.
yeah. And I'll tell you one thing about Sweetwater. They make a lot of good beers, but when they make a bad one, it's remarkably bad.
Yeah, this is probably the worst one I've tried from them. Actually, it's not my favorite. I guess it's just the way they combined it didn't suit me very well, and some other ones have done better at this, to me, in my opinion.
Where's Sweetwater brewed?
Florida,
Georgia.
It's Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia. I
Georgia.
don't know why I was thinking Florida.
Close enough to the state of Georgia. Yeah.
But it's tolerable.
Interesting to at least give it a try once in your life, right?
Yeah, that's the first time I've tried this one.
That ought to be your tagline. That ought to be their tagline. It's tolerable.
The beer that's most suited for Tyler Mansell
Mm.
and his 420 wheat
Yeah,
stream.
see, that's why people get beat up.
Wow. He beats.
Ooh, yellow.
And that's why I'm going to
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Do I have to break my wine out too?
Before we get too carried away with wine, I do want to talk about one more beer. The beer that and it's sort of like wine in a way because they're calling it Sparkling Rosé Ale. It's crazy beer. It's from the 21st. I almost said 21st century. 21st Century Brewery, and they're in San Laredo, where this one is being brewed. They do have I believe the flagship is in San Francisco. At least that's where it started. This is called Spark Ale. Sparkling Rosé Ale. Ale with apple, cranberry, peach, and cherry at 5.5%. And they're not really listing IBUs on the website. They have a section for it. They don't list it. They say, like a sparkler cracking again. Oh, okay, this is weird. Crafted with apple, cranberry, peach, and cherries, this ale is a reminder of life's simpler pleasures. When you can enjoy this moment, and this is your moment to shine. What the hell? All right.
Yeah,
Anyway,
California talk. That's just that California cool, you know.
I get what you said. They say it's 188 calories. So there you go.
Oh, wow. Good thing to get that on, huh?
Yeah, I guess. They say it's a Belgian-style Saison on Beer Advocate. So, all right, sure. Now, Jay noticed that, I poured it into this little tiny Warsteiner flute, sort of the Pilsner glass. It didn't really create a whole bunch of head, but I thought since sparkling and rosé, this was the glass to use. Lots of
It caught me off guard when I saw no foam, no lacing.
just the tiny rim. And there is some nice carbonation, moderate carbonation. And it's definitely a golden color, a little bit hazy. There is an undertone of like a pinkish kind of a hue to it.
I don't see that. I can't see that over the video. It just looks gold here.
Yeah, just it's a slight
Yeah.
amount of it, but the nose on it has has a little bit of the of a cherry sourness, but not a huge amount of that. Definitely very big and appley. Very. All these fruits that I mentioned are exactly the kind of fruits that you're getting out of this beer. I'm getting the white bread malt in it. I'm not getting a huge amount of hops though. I'm just getting all these fruit juices coming together with a little bit of that cherry sour sort of tartness. So I'm going to give that a try on camera. The Spark Ale 21st Amendment Brewery.
What's the ABV, Eric?
This is 5.5%.
And what kind of style is it?
The Beer Advocate is calling it a Belgian Saison. They just say it's sparkling rosé ale, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. It does, again, just kind of drink like your hard ciders and your different, like a pear cider or your different kind of hard alcohol fruit flavored juices or beverages, I guess.
Like I said, I like those, but unless the ABV is a little bit higher, say 8 or 10%, I'm down. If it's under 5, no, thank you.
Well, Eric, let me explain. Well, Eric, let me explain that. What?
I want a strong fruit flavored beer. Strong.
Uh-oh.
Because you like a lot of alcohol. No, Eric.
Right.
Eric,
Yes, sir.
the rosé is like those beers. They trying to make them like a rosé wine, you know.
That I can imagine. Yes, that's definitely a white wine characteristic to it, like a white grape in there.
I've
Yeah.
seen Angry Orchard makes a rosé beer. I've never tried it, but I've seen
Rosé
it.
cider. Yeah, this definitely has a lot of apple, sweet appley notes, sweet cherries, cranberries. It's not really like dark cranberry, but that's what goes to it.
Christy Brinkley, during one of the CBS shows, so she's in some partnership with some winery promoting rosé. So, if Christy Brinkley likes rosé, then I guess I must like rosé.
I think it definitely has that wine flavor to it and the cider flavor to it. It's not dry at all. You have to kind of like a sweeter beverage and a sweeter beer all together. I think it's almost a little bit too sweet for my liking. And it actually, the finish to it is slightly sour, slightly cherry. So, I
She's
mean,
an uptown girl.
it's
She's an uptown girl.
Don't even talk about it. Don't even talk about that because you're gonna make me get upset. All right, Eric, go.
Hey, what's going on?
medium body.
Loud or something?
Yes, I'm getting an echo.
Really going, Chris. All right, go ahead.
And again, crisp, clean, ultra refreshing, medium to full body or medium to light body. I did not say to Alex to leave so that he can go fix his audio problems. And I'm gonna shut up here. It's so beer for me.
Well,
Hey,
he's just
Alex.
Alex having connectivity problems. You
No,
remember
he's
2
not having
years ago?
connectivity problems. He thinks the audio problem is about him being on this channel. Alex, not
No.
audio problems.
Hey, do you remember 2 years ago when I had all those those connectivity problems?
Yeah,
Oh.
people is
That
either
was Google's issue.
together or
Yeah,
they're
like,
getting rid of these
It kept kicking me off, and then it inexplicably showed up, and then one day it just inexplicably went away. I mean, that was bizarre. It went on for 6 months. It was driving everybody crazy.
I don't know, but I do want to know about
Scores.
that Eric Gansett lager beer and how it's going over there for Alex and what his final thoughts, impressions are. If he wants to give some kind of a rating.
Alex, can I show you something real fast?
Go ahead.
I bought this years ago in Florida at ABC Liquor, and I think it was in Tallahassee, Florida, the capital. I'm pretty sure it was in Tallahassee.
Getting crunk over there, Jeremy.
Nice.
And I've never.
Arrogance is a pretty good, solid lager to me. I mean, that's a good beer.
Would
That's
you?
the exact one that Alex has.
Yeah. Would you agree with that, Alex?
Yes. What did he say? I couldn't hear him at first. What'd you say, Ron?
No, he was just no, it wasn't me. He was saying it was a nice, enjoyable lager.
What'd you think about it, Ron? You obviously had it because it's right in your hand. So
Yeah, it was.
It's pretty obvious there.
Well, he might have ripped, just took it out of somebody's hand or something. You never know.
go ahead, Ron. What were you gonna say?
I did a video review of it, and it was pretty good. It wasn't like the greatest thing. This one, my can says from Rochester, New York. Well, you know who was contract brewing that? That was at Genesee Brewery at Rochester. But
Yeah.
and then I did cream ale, and then the cream ale is no longer made. So I mean, I liked it. All right, it was good. I had that Iron City beer from Pittsburgh, but not really. That was, yeah. All right, okay, Alex, give us your overall impression.
I would give this a 5. It's good. I'd give it a 4 or 5.
What do you guys think? 2 out of 100, right?
Alex, out of 100.
No, I would give it a 4 because
Out of 100.
Out of 100.
4 out of 100.
He's saying a 4 out of 5 and 80.
Yeah, 80. Okay.
Now we know your scale. Thank you, sir.
So an 80, Alex?
Yeah.
A B?
Numbers,
Okay.
numbers, whatever. Alex, you're liking this beer, aren't you?
Yes, I do like it.
There we
It's
go.
not the best, but I like it as a lager.
No, what are you drinking, Alex? I missed that because I was
That's
late.
okay, buddy. It is Narragansett.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The beer I cannot get.
That's their tagline. The beer Jeremy cannot get.
Oh,
That's right.
Jeremy's he can get it.
Now, I want to ask
I'm
Ron,
drinking-
he's pretty good with the
No, no.
history. I heard that Narragansett used to be a very popular beer along the line of a Budweiser or a Schlitz or any of those.
It was, but
Yeah.
that somebody ran behind you. That was in that reminds me of the video that Greg's Beer Reviews did one time where his wife didn't want to be in the video, or maybe he's an angry man, and she crawled on the floor
Ugh.
on the carpet not to appear in the video, but she didn't realize the video was still showing her. And that is so bizarre that she was crawling on the floor, and I was like, "Wow, I bet he's a barrel of laughs." but anyway, because I mean, you'd be pretty scared to crawl on the floor. But
What the hell?
Narragansett used to be a pretty popular beer up in the Northeast, like New England. Wasn't really sold anywhere else.
Kind of the same like Genesee, lager
Yeah,
or
Yeah.
Utica Club.
Utica Club, yes.
yeah, and then Narragansett went downhill. They got bought out by, I think, Falstaff, which made no sense since Falstaff basically went out of business about 10 years later. And Narragansett was out of business. Basically it was like,
Yep.
Now it's sort of back. Like their brewery isn't really operating in Rhode Island anymore, but
Well,
it's a brand. It's out there. It's not really that popular. What?
thanks to that, I see Jerry. Thanks to that movie. Thanks to that movie that came out
That one.
with Christopher Plummer, John Travolta. It was some movie based in Boston, and Christopher Plummer was carrying like a 24 pack or 30 pack of Narragansett with his grandson, and they were talking. I don't know if you remember that movie. Yeah, it was a pretty good movie, by the way. It was about art, stealing artwork, art forgery, and Travolta was a badass. He beat up some guys, and Chris Plummer was trying to help him get revenge on these folks, and it was anyway. But anyway, Narragansett was featured a lot in that movie. So
What's the name of the movie?
I don't know. Look up Christopher Plummer, John Travolta.
That's pretty
Now, do they sell it in the bottles? Sorry.
I haven't seen it in bottle. All I see is a 24-ounce. God,
Well, if you're gonna break out in a fight, you got to have the bottles.
They do have bottles of the Narragansett Lager and the Narragansett Light. I feel like they had bottles of the Autocrat Milk Stout, but I'm probably wrong about that. So they do have a brewery in the town of Pawtucket, Rhode Island now. It's a part of what's known as the Rhode Island Guild. That's where they started the first time. I guess it would have been 2 years, maybe 3 years ago, starting to brew beers under the Narragansett name. And the first one that they brewed was an IPA called It's About Time. Otherwise, they're pretty much doing a lot of contract brewing for other breweries throughout New England. So they do a lot of giant amount of contract brewing, and some of the beers that they do are just known under the guild name, which I suppose you could call the guild only beers, Narragansett beers, but they're really just craft beers done in brewery. So kind of have a brewery, but they don't do the full scale production of like their mainstay beers. They don't really do those sometimes. They don't have the production to do it.
No, because that brewery doesn't have the capacity, it doesn't have the ability to produce enough. Hey, Ronnie, the Narragansett is fairly common in Long Island.
I believe it.
It's not like a beer that a lot of people drink, but it's in the stores.
Okay.
That beer used to be the sponsor of Red Sox games, right? Kirk Gowdy was the local announcer. I saw some videos on YouTube. They say, "Hey, have a Gansett."
Like 45 years ago. Yeah. Hey, Eric, I'm going to step out for a minute.
Okay.
Go do something, but I'll be back. I'm going to give my beer an A, a 93.
That is the Emberbuck, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear from, oh my God, let's hear from Flacco. Flacco's beer review.
Flacco.
He's drinking that Shalada beer. We want to know his thoughts and final impressions of that
Well,
beer.
my final thoughts of this beer is I'll give it an 80. Reason I don't give it 100 because I do like cheladas is because it on the description on the bottle it says you get a little citrusy note with a nice spice to it, but it's more of just a spice than it is any kind of citra on it. So I wish it did have a little bit more of the orange flavor to it. That's my only critique about it. Other than that, it's a great beer. It's a great pool beer. It's a great barbecue beer. Pretty good.
Bam. I don't know. I don't remember. Jean, you seemed like you gave your overall opinions of that beer, that beer there, the Boston Lager from Sam Adams. But
Yes.
again, where you are today with Boston Lager.
Yes. Boston Lager, like I said, I'm sure many people look. It's really a great beer, folks. I know I get on when you see my videos of Jim Koch, and when I do reviews, I say a lot of things about him. I say that his beer to me, I think he's up there because of the amount of sales and the availability of Sam Adams all across the country. I just think that he's right up there with the BMCs, the Bud Millers and Coors, with the top hat, smoking the big cigars, sitting on the table, legs crossed, counting all the money, but he says he's a craft guy. So I don't know. But anyway,
against the people. All right.
Right. But I think all the beers they put out is good. And again, I know this is their flagship beer. And again, their flagship beer is what it is a nice caramel flavored, nice, fully multi-bodied Vienna lager. And you could have this with a nice juicy steak, medium rare. You can have this with some, a nice, cheeseburger with maybe a little bit of Gouda cheese, or maybe a nice, Vermont or New York State cheddar cheese on top. It's a perfect beer to go with anything, or just hanging out with some friends. Is a really enjoyable lager, and I like it a lot. And I felt that this would be perfect for tonight. I know I did a walk. I was going to have a Milwaukee's Best Light, which is a little bit less ABV, but I figured this would be better. So,
all right. That is
2 thumbs up.
I have a question for John.
Boom. Let's go to the next.
When you say Vienna Lager, what do you mean?
Oh, that's a style. It's like it's like a brown lager, with like generally low alcohol, but yours is kind of a little too high for Vienna Lager, but it's sort of like that. But yeah, that's what it is. It was pioneered in Mexico by the Austrians in the 1860s when Austria and France invaded and took over Mexico for a few years. But they kicked the Austrians and the French out, but the brewing style stayed in Mexico because they did like their beer. They just didn't like being ruled by them.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I just got word. Jim Koch is right now. He's in Mexico looking for more hops down there. So,
so the Vienna lagers and the Mars.
I love you, Jim.
and the Oktoberfest and I guess fest beers. They're all very like a similar style of
Right.
lager beer. They're in a amber bitter. They're an amber bitter European Vienna lager. That's basically how the guidelines are generally classifying that beer style. They're not supposed. They're what they're calling a standard strength everyday beer, not brewed, and not a beer that's brewed festival. It's the Vienna lager. The American version.
So it's people from Vienna who brewed it in Mexico originally.
Well,
You're right.
again,
Right.
what happened was it's not really a Mexican style per se, but what happened was that European and German immigrants have set up shop in Mexico, and they bring their beer styles to that part of the world. So that's why a lot of it is German influenced in the lager beers. But since you do have your own Vienna lager there, I do want to hear your
Oh,
thoughts.
so this is considered a Vienna lager.
It is.
All right. You want my final rating?
Sure.
I'll give it a 90.
Ah,
A minus.
Not bad at all.
Ding, 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 ding.
the more you drink those, the more you'll like them, though.
I do like it. It's very good.
If you like
I
it now,
was
you really like
expecting it to
it.
be like darker, stronger.
Yeah.
I guess just because of the name.
Can't judge a book by its cover all the time. No,
Yeah.
no.
I'm pleased with it.
Okay.
Good, it's good.
Cool, man.
Yeah, the Negro Modelo. All right. The
Negra.
Okay.
Hey.
I don't know. Yeah. Negronés. I don't know much about this beer. Spark Ale, sparkling rosé ale with apple, cranberry, peach, and cherry. I think for me overall, this is the first time I've ever had this beer. I bought it in a variety 12-pack, 21st Amendment Brewing Company beers. This one's not generally a beer that I would rush back to get via that variety pack just so that I could get this beer. My assessment while I was drinking it a little bit earlier, yeah, it's still pretty much the same. It's a very sweet beer. You almost have to like practically sugary drinks. You really like.
That's not good.
Yeah, not
Yeah, that sounds kind of gross, really.
And it only says on the website that it has 11 grams of sugars per the 12-ounce serving size. I find hard to believe that's got that much sugary fruit juice concentrate kind of a feel to it. I do kind of like at the end of the sip, and when it finishes, you're getting a little bit of that cherry sourness to it. But I was not drinking this and thinking it was a Belgian style saison, as Beer Advocate has called it. I don't know what I would call this for beer style. Maybe that's kind of correct. I guess I would call this 70. I'm 75. Maybe I
That's
don't.
a fair score.
No thanks. Hey, Ronnie, ask one more question.
Yep.
Hey, Ronnie, can you get first of all, have you ever had the Dos Equis Ambar, the original Dos Equis?
No.
Yep.
I don't.
You have had it?
I've had Dos Equis, but not the Ambar one.
Okay, because the Ambar is the original Dos Equis. That was the one that was on the market from 18.
No, I don't think I've had that. So what is the one that's the most popular one? That's like 2 X's or something?
Especial, yeah, the Especial is the green label. That's only been on the market since 1984 for only 35 years. But the Ambar came out 120 years ago. So if you ever get a chance, try the Ambar, and it might be interesting to compare and contrast it with the Modelo Negra, their version.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'll try and do
real
that.
similar, real similar.
He asked you two
Which one do you prefer?
Mexican dark beers, huh?
Which one do you prefer?
Well,
That's a tough one.
We've asked him an open-ended question now, Ronnie.
I got
I
to
like them.
25 more of each bottle and give you a better
Right.
assessment. But I like them both. You know, they're
Maybe
not.
that's a future challenge for you. Beer challenge.
Yeah.
Beer taste.
I bet y'all are getting sick of my beer challenges, huh?
No, I think they've been great, man. You know,
Yeah.
the last two videos, Jay, I said tie for both.
Yeah, it was. I was thinking about stopping them for a while because I said people are going to get sick of those.
You have been pushing them out a lot.
Yeah, like excessively, right?
I actually bought a 12-pack of Bush yesterday because you were doing some of the Bush versus Coors and some of those. So I wanted to check them out. I'd never had Bush before, and I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I don't really like it.
Kind of dull, huh?
Yeah.
Busch
that's
Light is
definitely
okay.
dull.
If
I have the
you're
Bush regular. I wouldn't even want to bother with the light because this one is dull as hell.
well, if you're in shape, if you're trying to work out like me, try to keep yourself in shape, you know, Busch Light would be perfect. Like right now, I just had the Milwaukee's Best, as I just had just earlier, the best light I just had, and it's 4.1%. If you're walking, you know, a nice 5-mile walk I just did right now for about an hour,
Yep.
you know, a Best Light just went well. But then again, I just had a Sam Adams, so.
Yeah.
all know, according to Harvard Health Publishing, Harvard Medical School, it was just published. I guess it says 3 hours ago. This was published, and they say, beer. What's your all thoughts on this? They say beer before wine strategy doesn't hold water. They say the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. They say from those guys, they found out that dividing 90 men and women between ages 19 and 40 into 4 groups is what they did. They say one group drank beer first. They don't say what they're drinking specifically. The one group drank beer first and then wine. Another group drank wine first and then beer. And the last 2 groups drank only beer or wine. All the participants drank until they were intoxicated. Wow. Measured by a test and then rated on their hangover symptoms like headache or nausea on the day after drinking. The process was repeated a week later, but this time
I see you, Jeremy.
drank it first, or drank the wine first. So
Well, wait a minute. Why don't you post that article in Alcohol Eggs?
I'll post it in
Alcohol Eggs, or post on Beer Talk, you know.
They
I'm
just
trying to see if it's accurate.
predictors of hangover were perceived drunkenness and vomiting. The result they found was that everyone experienced hangovers no matter what they drank, in what order they drank it first. And in the bottom line is that drinking too much is unhealthy for everyone. If you drink at all, in moderation. If you drink at all,
Figure that out. You didn't need a study to figure that out. Hey, Eric.
but there's no old wives' tales that you need to follow about drinking. So if anybody,
That's
It only costs $10 million to do that study now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We're paying
We
for
could've
that.
done it for
a lot of grants. A lot of grants.
Taxpayer dollars go to that.
I hope not.
Eric, I don't know what they drank, but I bet you they did not drink Ice House Edge, followed up with Thunderbird.
What?
or Jay, MD 2020.
Yeah, I bet they didn't drink Hurricane High Gravity and MD 2020. Nah.
But
If they'd have drank Steel Reserve 211 8.0% with some Wild Irish Rose, they might have felt better.
There you go.
but
Died.
Now, how do we get signed up for these studies? I mean, are they going to pay us $1 million to do this? Because I mean, I want to sign up
Pay us
for this.
$1 million to get drunk one week and then get drunk the next week. Yeah.
Would y'all help me sign up for this?
Where do they
I'm down.
All right.
But you know what? I remember when Lance Armstrong was drinking a light beer. He was walking with Sheryl Crow at a Lakers game, and I said, you know, this guy's fit. He's healthy. He's drinking a light beer. Maybe I need to follow his route. And we all know what happened after that.
The other really great news recently is that in Oklahoma City, golf courses are now allowed to sell beer and wine to go.
Yes. Yes.
to go, like to leave the golf course?
Drinks can't be charged to the country club. Let's see.
Why
here.
would you take it to go?
So you can go around the golf course. with
Oh, so you
Okay.
can
I had a
bring it
good walk.
outside.
the law allows
Good light beer.
with mixed beverage licenses to sell packaged wine and beer to take onto the courses. Clubs can sell liquor-based drinks that can be taken onto the course
They do that everywhere.
or consumed in the
That's what
club.
golf is for.
Operators must be able to have oh my god. Course operators have to send a letter to ABLE. I guess that's some alcohol beverage law enforcement commission. Stating their intention to sell to-go beer in one. All right. Well, there you go.
Isn't that what golf is known for? That people bring beer there and get drunk?
Yeah, maybe
Frisbee golf. Also frisbee golf too. You can do that.
maybe that's like a general premise, but I don't think that people just want like free range, just like cracking open beers all over the golf courses, for God's sakes. That may kind of stoop down on the image of golf. However,
Right, like some guy drinking Bush Light. You're drinking Bush Light on a golf course? Huh?
apparently PGA rules
Milwaukee's best? What? Natty Light? Huh?
allow
Oh, Milwaukee Light? Blasphemy.
to allow for the consumption of smoke and tobacco products on golf courses. However, you're not allowed to be shown on the actual broadcast actually smoked. It's still allowed.
Arnold Palmer used to smoke on the golf course.
And
Remember?
daily.
Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
He smoked on the golf course.
Budweiser launched a commemorative Apollo 11 beer. It salutes the pioneering spirit that has developed has propelled the historic event while recognizing the next great space frontier, Mars. I don't think I've had
They've been saying that for years.
I don't think. I don't know, Jay. Do you know if this beer is going to is any different than any of the other red lager reserve beers that they've put out?
I think we lost Jay for a second.
A good run is gone, but that is some
Hey,
beer for you. Don't
Hey,
drink
Eric, they made a,
one and then think you're not going to get a hangover. Yes, Alex, the beer master.
they made a Paul 11 beer.
Yes, the Budweiser has a Budweiser Discovery Reserve Red Lager. The beer was inspired by an archival Budweiser recipe from the 60s and 70s, featuring a medium roast barley malt. Better yet, this is from Fox News. Better yet, the reserve is brewed by Budweiser brewmaster and former U.S. Air Force Captain Carissa Norrington, as per a press release. And apparently, $1 for every case sold is going to the Full Honor Foundation, a longtime charitable partner that provides educational scholarships to the relatives of service members. So even if the beer sucks, that is good that they're doing something like that.
Nice.
That's the new Budweiser limited edition, right?
Yep, that's their new Reserve Series beer.
That's dope.
Reserve is the reserve their summer series or the one that came out last year?
They have a different beer that comes out in this Reserve Series every year.
Okay.
But this is the brand spanking new one coming out on the market. I think it probably already is out on the market.
I love their 1933 repeal that came out around during the winter months, like I think it was October, November. That was probably one of their best that came out. The repeal reserve. Jay knows what it is, right? Yeah. So that was their best.
Oh,
That's right. Go all the way around, Jay. Go all the way around.
That's all I got for beer news at the immediate moment in time. I don't know if anybody else has any thing to
Okay.
We got a new brewery. We got a new brewery is going to be opening up here in Mobile.
Nice.
On the end of 2019. That's all I got.
Okay. What's going on in Alex the Beer Master land?
So we have 3 breweries.
Nothing.
We have
right
3
now.
breweries in Mobile. We got
Tried recently?
Paint Blue and Silver.
What'd you say, Eric?
Have you tried any new beers recently?
No. No, this is the only beer I've actually tried. Then I tried that other beer I told you about.
Excellent. All right. Flacco's beer
What's
review. What's new going on in Flacco's beer review and on the channel? Let us know what's going on. With anything.
On the channel, as far as beer in general, nothing's really new. I haven't really been doing anything on the channel, to be quite honest. I've been starting up a few businesses, so I haven't had time to get on YouTube. But I am making some beer. I'm finishing up a lager that I started with one of my best friends. So we're gonna bottle that this weekend. Probably I'll do that live.
Yeah.
But other than that,
What business?
other than that, well, I did the. We're doing a carpeting and tile business. We're starting up, and then I'm also starting up my online businesses, my shirt accounts, and then my silver and gold exchanging companies.
Cool.
Boy, that's
All right,
something.
that's awesome. Awesome.
Where can we
Still working-
see that at? You got the
still
link?
working part-time.
Ronnie's looking for links to all of your businesses.
Well, just the gold exchange.
What was that?
Where do you got the link to the gold exchange thing you got going on?
Oh, it's on. I mostly do that through just like my eBay store and stuff. I buy gold, silver and gold wholesale, and then I'll piece it out part by part just to make a little bit more. I'm trying to get back into that.
Let's check it out, man. Where can I see it?
Oh, you can. I'll send you the link on our Facebook here in a little bit.
All right.
So if anybody wants to do that, is into that, Flacco's beer reviews, go to that guy on Facebook or YouTube here and send him a message.
Hell yeah, man, dude. I'm trying to do a lot of things this year, man. We're doing clothing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Baby clothes, adult clothes and shit too. I'm trying to do a beer
Oh, yeah.
merchandise. You know, we're just like straight all nothing but beer gear. You know, so
Boom.
we'll see.
Cool.
Baby.
Awesome.
The man's
Hey,
going. The
Flacco, I
man's
wish
going.
you luck, man.
And Jean H. Pierre.
I'm in.
somewhere else here. What are you drinking there?
Yeah.
Thomas
Yeah.
Meadow.
This going to be the next review.
What the hell, John?
See one by Dogfish Head. I did the Vicious, or forgive me for the pronunciation of that. And this will be my next review of this one. So you'll see it coming up this week.
So I'll watch it.
I saw that. That's it. Not much else going on.
Jeremy Vincent, soon to be YouTuber. What's going on in the beer world and the world of Jeremy?
What's going on is, look here, guys. I drank this thing a little bit too late here. One day too late. Look at that.
Yeah.
Hey, you
That may be the
strange,
reason that I'm gonna give it a 91.
but it was still bad. All right.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 91. So
Well, 91 is not bad.
it's actually got better as it warmed up.
Boom. All right.
I gave it a
Man.
D.
Really?
Oh yeah, I hated that stuff. But I would revisit it. You know, I always give stuff a second chance. Hey, Eric,
Yes.
Thomas Meadow,
Yeah.
Massachusetts Beer Reviews.
That's me.
Can I make a plug?
What is your real name?
You're right there.
Can I make a plug?
Out of what?
I mean, like a
Go
plug,
ahead.
plug your channel.
Plug it in.
Plug it in, plug it in.
Continue, Jay. Yes. Jay has an announcement.
Tomorrow morning, I'm going lay down and watch the rest of the Yankees and Red Sox game. Red Sox are winning 3-0 when this came on.
Yeah,
Who are you
baby.
going for, Ron? Red Sox or Yankees?
Neither. I'm just watching it.
That's a.
I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna dip off and go watch that.
Yeah, just
Right.
watch
Is
Ronnie, just
everybody,
watch it.
everybody cares about the Red Sox and Yankees? Even though
Yeah,
you're
and
not really
I'm gonna
fans?
watch it. Then I'm gonna turn the Rangers game on against the A's. I'll look at that a little bit. I had to call the cable company because they had the wrong feed coming in.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Wow, that happens sometimes, you know.
Yeah, they corrected it though. They corrected it because last night the game was on. Okay. Secondly,
Yes.
that's not important. First
Game of
plug.
Thrones on?
I don't watch that.
I'm not-
White Sox.
The White Sox is my team, but I've never actually watched Game of Thrones in my life. But I know it's about dragons and kings and the gratuitous nudity that they inspire.
I'm not into it.
But
I've never watched it either, but I'm just curious.
But anyway, tomorrow morning early, like at dawn, I'm gonna do
Get busted at dawn. Dawn busted.
Dawn Buster.
I'm going to do Gibson's Finest Rare, age 12 years Canadian whiskey versus 8-year aged Canadian. I'm sorry, Black Velvet. Black Velvet, 8-year age versus Gibson's Finest. 12 year. Yeah, Gibson's versus Fender Guitars. Right. Since I don't play guitar, that would be really good.
Gibson. Anyways, yeah.
Hey Ron, I wanted to mention to you. I thought it was interesting that you said in your video, everybody or a lot of people around your area are into the Bush beer, and you tried to convince them to try something else, and they weren't into it. I thought that was funny because over here, nobody at all drinks Bush beer.
Yeah, you were talking to me about that.
Yeah, I left a comment, right?
Yeah, and around here, Bush beer is in every store, bottles and cans, big bottles, little bottles, and people drink that. And why I don't know, because I find it so bland. I mean, I don't hate it, but it's so bland. And then, but I was trying to tell them, hey, try this beer, this
Pumpkin.
Sean,
yeah, the pumpkin beer.
a Boston Lager while you're driving, Sean. Don't do it.
Yeah.
No. I'm not. I'm done drinking, so I'm headed home right now.
Right.
I'm not that far. About less than 5 minutes away from my house.
Excellent.
But anyway, they won't try new things. And then I'm never going to buy another person a beer again the rest of my life. I swear, I'm never doing it.
Yeah, because they don't appreciate it.
Yeah, and then she dumped it
Hey.
out.
They don't like it. They don't like the crab beer. A lot of them don't. They just don't
But
like
the
it.
only
Yeah,
place I could
I
find
think
a Bush, I got a 12-pack for $8.99 in the beer distributor store, but I'll never find that in a convenience store or gas station, anything like that.
It's everywhere here.
Hey,
But that's
true story.
more of a southern, like my response to you on that, more of a southern and a Midwestern beer.
Hey, true story, guys. The day before, I was looking at, I sent a response. Hey, what would go good with some finger ribs? And everybody responded saying, some people said, a brown ale. Some said maybe a pale ale. So I stopped and I picked up a pale ale, 51 from Fairhope Brewery. I had it. It was real good. Went great with the wrist. So my lady comes in. Said, oh, what beer you drink? Oh, let me get some. I'll say, all right, here you go. She poured it in her cup and said, ew, what the hell is this? I said, babe, it's 51 pale ale, from Fairhope Brewery. I said, no, I don't drink that. This is the same lady that thinks Bud Light is the greatest beer ever. So,
Yeah.
Just like you, Jay, the frustration.
No, you can't win. You can't win.
No.
Yeah. I think it's the same thing up here with like Bud Light, Coors Light, stuff like that. That's just what people want to drink. They hate
Natural light around here.
They say IPAs are too strong. They don't like the bitterness taste. They don't even know what a New England IPA is. They've never tried that.
If they did, they wouldn't
They're
like
just
it.
closed-minded.
Okay, one more thing.
Go ahead.
So I'm never going to buy another person a beer unless it's something they drink. Like if they say, oh man, I love Bud Light because it's the greatest beer on earth. I'll just roll my eyes and say, okay, I'll buy you a and they'll be like, oh, thank you so much for buying me this Bud Light. It's so wonderful. And I'll be like, well, you're welcome. But then secondly, I have another taste challenge coming up tomorrow, and it's going to be Schlitz. You can make a face. It's going to be Schlitz beer versus Coors. Schlitz versus
Coors
Schlitz
Banquet?
versus Coors. Oh yeah, baby.
Coors Banquet? Ooh.
Coors Banquet versus Schlitz.
That'd be a tough one.
I don't know.
I like Coors Banquet.
I haven't
I
looked for
could
that
get
one yet.
Coors Banquet in Mississippi, but for whatever the reason, they stopped selling Coors Banquet here. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It was a bad
You
move.
might
It
have
was
seen
probably
that
one of the
showdown
best.
yesterday.
I can't find
Coors
Schlitz
Banquet is
everywhere.
popular here. It's
Yeah.
they sell it a lot in the 24-ounce cans. A lot of people buy that.
Really? 24? I haven't
Yeah.
got any
It's
24
very,
ounce.
very popular.
Man, that would be good. 24 ounce cans.
It's really the cheapest beer on the market for the volume that you're getting. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
like
There you go. That one right there.
expensive beer, but for $17.99, like a 18-pack, I would rather. There are other things on the market that I think I would rather buy.
Any gas station around here, they'll have that 24-ounce can of Coors.
Coors.
Here's your showdown tomorrow. Get ready.
Boom.
All right, about to go down. It's about to go down.
Below on
This
this
is about
page.
to go
If you guys, you know which
Who's
one.
gonna win? I'm picking Coors.
I'm picking Schlitz.
Man, I need to try Schlitz because I haven't had that shit yet, man. I need
What?
to try it, man.
You
What?
can't get Schlitz
A
in
Schlitz?
Texas, Flaco?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't
Not
really
around
seen it either.
We
Yeah,
don't.
you would
We don't
love,
get
you
around
would
here.
love Schlitz because it's hoppy. It's got a lot of hops. It's
Really?
It's much hoppier
Really?
than normal American beer.
Really?
I don't remember. I've tried it before one time. I don't remember being great.
Point
So
Jay
what's that?
is saying it's hoppy into perspective for an American style lager.
Yeah, but wait. Remember now, it was reformulated in 2000.
I know. I think it's a
2000 what?
very nice
It was.
beer.
Yeah, this is the 2007 recipe. They got rid of the old recipe in 2011. They had both recipes on the market at the same time, but they phased out the
They got
original.
confusing.
I might
Which
like
one's
it
better?
better than.
No. No.
Yeah, because remember the original Schlitz was just Schlitz, and then this one was called Schlitz Gusto.
Yep.
And then
Huh.
once they got rid of the original Schlitz, which was in this can, I'll show you.
So it's better than what I've tried.
Yeah, once they got rid of this one, you're probably thinking of this one.
Yes. That's the only one I've ever. Yeah, I've tried that one
They
before.
got rid of this one. They dropped the Gusto off the other one, and yeah, you'd be impressed. But that's assuming you could find it because most people
Yeah.
can't even find it. Dog.
Hey, Ron, what's your opinion of Schaefer?
I love it. And I can't
Yes.
go.
Love Schaefer.
Paper. These
Love
people
Schaefer.
Patriots played their
I can
stadium.
get a 12-pack for like $6-7. They've
Hey.
been giving away that stuff.
Back in 1990,
Yeah, that one.
back in 1997, I used to buy Schaefer. I would get a 24 pack, and it was called the Weekender. And I used to love Schaefer, but they took it out of our market 20 years ago. So
I didn't love it. Whenever I bought it, I just bought it because it was super cheap.
yeah, I like it. We can only get Schaefer Light now. We can barely get Schaefer Light.
What's that light, Sean? It looks like the police over there, Sean.
It
It's
is.
just another typical day here in good old Mobile, Alabama. You know,
Damn.
police or lights are on, then you know it doesn't involve me. It's just hey, minding my damn business. So
All right.
All
Well,
right, y'all have a good night. I'm gonna go watch the game now.
cheers.
Hey,
Not
Ron.
much going on.
Schaefer.
Oh, let's go Red Sox.
Ron,
Wednesday nights, if I can do them. Maybe Thursday. Last week we did Thursday, and that was really popular. Maybe I'll try to do Thursday
oh,
if I'm away on a Wednesday. Why not? We may
Now,
do a tomorrow show because Michael
I
Comer
said-
still wants to go on live, so we might do something tomorrow. I'll let y'all know when we're gonna do
happy
that.
anniversary, Michael.
Don't
You
drink
and the
Schaefer.
missus.
Ditto.
Yes, Alex.
I said, do you still drink Schaefer, Ron? That's what I said.
I can't get Schaefer.
Oh.
You can't get it, Alex. Are you teasing him?
Yeah.
I
All right.
cannot get it, but I can get King Cobra. All right.
And all right. Well, this has been going on for
Wait a
way
minute, he's
too
gonna show
long.
you something,
We're on
I
an
guess.
hour and I don't know, 10 minutes now. So let's call it a wrap. Again, this is Thomas Metal 75. We got right over there, Alex Beermaster. We got Flacco's Beer Reviews in Texas. We got the man on a mission, Jean H. Pierre, driving around in Mobile, Alabama. He's Mobile. Yeah, we got Coors Banquet from Ronnie S.
Jeremy V.
His name is
Stereo looking real sharp over there. We got there's Ronnie S.
There's Ronnie.
That's me.
And until next time, keep
I
tasting,
forgot about Ron and
keep tasting those great beers, everybody. Cheers.
Continue. Cheers, everyone. Good night, America.